Hi, my name is Agata. Welcome in Agata's Cottage. Today I have a very quick video for you with my 5 favorite gadgets or sewing notions that are making my life much easier and my sewing quicker and more efficient. I will start with my favorite scissors. I do love Texi scissors. They are called Texi Titanium. The producer is Texi Teva. I will leave the link for all the items if I can find them online in the description box. So I have those scissors in 3 sizes. Actually, I have here. So this is my favorite size for cutting smaller, narrower, or curved parts of the projects. I have big shears from them, and these ones, they're by my sewing machine all the time. They're actually baby size that we got for Alice, but she doesn't use them that often, so they have permanent residence beside my sewing machine. They are brilliant for snipping threads, or when you notice something isn't lining up and you have like a little offcut you need to cut, or cutting elastic or things like that. They're just brilliant for it, and I cannot imagine my sewing life without them. Number 2, it's I think my newest discovery. It's from mid last year. It's Maraflex thread. It comes in variety colors. I found out about Maraflex thread from Andrea with the Beyond the Pink Door, and it's changed my life. So my Singer Heavy Duty is very peculiar in relation to sewing knit fabrics and zigzags, and sometimes it skips stitches. Since I switched to Maraflex, it never happens because I can sew with the straight stitch. I do use Maraflex for sewing underwear as well, and I do use zigzag on sewing elastic to the underwear, and there's no problem whatsoever. There's no skipping stitches, and Maraflex thread is just so handy. Makes sewing so much easier. Making hems, it's just pleasure. Basically no problems whatsoever. So if you like sewing knits and you haven't tried Maraflex thread, I highly recommend that. I will leave link to few shops that I know carry it down in the description below. The next one is friction pen. This one. So I actually discovered friction pens thanks to Alice, because on the like a stationery list they required to provide for the 3rd class, they had information that they need erasable pens. So I started looking into what pens are good, etc., etc., and by accident I discovered that actually they come off when you iron them. So I've been using them since I ordered one set for her and one set for me. Just standard black, red, and blue, and I love them. I ran out of red and blue recently, so I ordered some more from Amazon. I haven't seen them in any of the local shops or any of the online shops. I did use previously the markers that disappear over time, but sometimes it could be 3-4 days before they disappear. Basically the fabric disappeared, and few times it didn't disappear at all, so I prefer those. They are very handy. So I will leave the link to Amazon below. I'm not affiliated with Amazon, it's just a standard link. And the next 2, so clips like that. This one actually is from Aldi. They aren't the bestest quality. They're relatively hard to press, but I had original wonder clips, I think that's how they're called, and they were much smoother. However, those ones are great when you have thick fabrics to hold. I do have a good few of those. I bought some from Ecobee. I bought some of Amazon when I needed them in a pinch, and I ordered some, I think at the beginning of my sewing journey, I ordered some from Wish. Uh, they weren't bad, to be honest. I was surprised that the quality wasn't as bad, but with time they do get loose or they break, so they need to be quite regularly replaced. But I'm sewing a lot, so probably that's the reason. And they are great when you are finishing bindings. Like I, when I do binding like that, it's very handy when you turn it around and you clip it, and they are great for using on stuff like ribbings, because I keep poking myself with the pins and they don't hurt. You don't bleed all over your fabric, so they are very handy. And the last but not least, it's I think discovery of the century for me. So if you have an overlocker and you have a problem with finishing the ends, I did try to tie the ends, but very often they will come untie after I snip the loose thread. So I looked what people recommended, and at some point I saw a video by Texi with their knit picker, that's how it's called. So it's this little contraption here. It looks tiny, but it's mighty. So you have this little hook here that you actually catch your thread, your overlocker thread, close it, and you pull it through the seam. I will leave the link to the video by Taxi how to do it. It's a life changer. It make my life so much easier, because now when I'm sewing, when I finish, I will have, for example, few makes that are halfway done. I will just pop in something on my phone to watch, like one of the YouTube videos from fellow vloggers, and I will just work my way through a few makes with this little nifty thing, and in no time they're all done, and they stay there. That's the important thing, they do stay there. I try to use like 2 inches of the loose thread to thread it through the seam, so it's long enough. Yeah, it's very good thing. I would recommend having more than one, because I keep losing mine. I don't know, I should tie it to my wrist or something. So I try to remember after I finish using it to put it to the back where it belongs. But I have a spare one just in case. And I did bought few for friends of mine, and I shipped them to various places around the world, because they are very handy. So I highly recommend that. So that's my favorite sewing mini gadgets, something that's very handy and helped my sewing journey. Hope you like my video. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for watching and have a lovely day. And don't forget to subscribe, it really helps my channel. Bye.